I'm floored that I'm even here because I barely started a year ago. Just a little bit by myself. I'm a full-time obstetrician gynecologist. I'm an assistant professor at a major medical school in Houston. And I'm a wife to an amazing husband who actually
in the second row. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's
He's
awesome.
actually a vice president of a global consulting firm and travels Monday through Thursday every week. So, but last but not least, I'm the mom of two very active 3.5-year-old twins, Abby and Danny. So, as you can see, I have tons of time on my hands to do this job. So how in the world did I get into RNF? So I've been practicing for 10 years. I've always wanted to be a doctor. And I moved into a new neighborhood because of our twins. So we have a 3-quarter-acre land now in Missouri City. And we found new neighbors. And so Stephanie Brown, who's in the audience, she dropped off a beautiful little Give It a Glow pack to my doorstep. Mini facial. I've never even met her. And she's like, hey, I'm new, I'm in the neighborhood, to go ahead and try this product. And I was like, okay, I'll be neighborly, it's a new neighbor, I wanted to make sure we're all friendly. But for me, I'm not a girly girl, I'm like busting out the Spanx right now, but I can barely breathe. So, well, the twins, remember, okay. So, I'm busting out of my Spanx right now. But I'm like, sure, I'll give it a try. And I am the type of person that washes my face and goes to work. I have straight hair. I don't even need a blow dry. I just, on the way to work, it dries. So, I was trying to be nice. I was like, sure, I'll give it a try. And I fell in love, and I was like, this is really a good product. So, I've tried many, many different types of products. So, I tried Estee Lauder and Clinique and all these other premium brand names, and I kept on reacting to it because I do have very sensitive skin. So when she told me, should you try a regimen, I was like, well, I'm really uneasy about it because I don't know what to use. So, and I don't do a lot of skincare, I barely do makeup. So she's like, why don't you try Soothe and see how you like it. If you don't like it, you can return in 60 days. So I'm like, sure, let me try it. So, because I'm a Norwegian, I do overnight calls, and I'm tired a lot because the twins, right? When you get home, you don't get to go to bed. And a lot of people, even after 8 hours of sleep, will be like, are you post-call? I'm like, no, I slept all night, so. And I'm turning 40 this year, that's scary. And I knew that the Asian genes can only take you so long. So you do have to start investing in your skin. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm turning 40, I don't want any lines, let's go for it. So I ordered Soothe. After 60 days, people came up to me and was like, did you do something different with your skin? I was like, yeah, I did, I have new skincare. And they're like, wow, you have a glow. And so I was like, this is awesome. People are not saying I'm post-call or haven't slept all night. So I went back to Stephanie and said, hey, I'm looking into trying Reverse or Redefine because I really want to step up the regimen. So after 60 days, my skin really calmed down, the redness went away, and I was ready for the next product, but I wanted to order everything. So Stephanie goes, well, since you want to order so much, why don't you try, have you ever thought about being a consultant? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, no thank you. Got my plate is full. I was like, I'm barely surviving, my head's above water, so. She's like, well, just think about it. So I was intrigued because I love the products. I was a happy preferred customer. And I went to my husband and I said, hey, Stephanie wants us to join RNF. What do you think about that? And I was like, there's no way we can do this. I mean, you travel, I have work, I have the kids. And he's like, what's the name of it? I said, Ronan Fields. He's like, well, we should look into it. And I was like, babe, we don't have time. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, so I went to my motherly duties to put the kids to bed, which took about 2 hours, right? Everybody knows it took us 2 hours to put the kids to bed. And Dan, as he does at night, starts researching all these things. So he looks up skincare, he looks up Rodan Fields, and then within 24 hours, we're back at home after dinner. He goes, hey, by the way, we're signing up. I was like, we are signing up? So usually when he says we, it means like me, right? So like, I don't know about that. I was like, we really need to think about it. I was like, remember, I'm assistant professor at a major medical school. My reputation's out there. I've worked really hard to where I am, and I don't know if I'm going to do this. So he started listing all the research he's done. Did a lot of research. So first of all, it's a quality product that's developed by two well-known, well-respected dermatologists who had a brand name that was really successful, and they eventually sold it. Everybody heard of Proactive, right? It's a consumable product. So if you don't know what that means, it means people use it and continue to use more. So no offense to anybody who uses like jewelry or 31 or Scentsy, there's only so many warmers that you can buy, right? I have a lot of warmers in the house. But because I support other women who want to do other businesses. But people use it and continue to buy it. And so that's what I liked about the consumable product. It also was a low startup cost. We looked into a lot of different things. We work really hard, and we worked really hard to get where we are, but I work a lot of hours. I do overnight calls. I don't have a lot of time with my twins sometimes, a lot of times. And we were looking for other ways to make passive income. So passive income meaning not having to physically go into the hospital or travel to Phoenix every week to actually make extra money. And you would think, why in the world would OB-GYN do it? It's because I want time, and I want the flexibility to do things that I haven't done before. So I'm kind of, restricted to my vacations and things like that because of time. So I wanted that flexibility for the future to be able to go part-time, which I've never thought before, and to actually retire before I'm 65. So I don't want to do these calls when I'm 65. I'm already tired. So, by the way, I delivered 10 babies in the last 3 days. It's so tiring. So, Carly Mazer, who's my friend, just said 10 babies are enough. Mic drop.
Love it.
So, it took a long time to think about it, but I thought about it for a long time. I was not somebody who just went and bought the biggest kit, because I had to think about it a lot, because I'm like, do I really want to post on social media? Do I have time to talk to people? I don't know. So after a lot of convincing, Dan kept on bugging me. He's like, are you going to sign up already? Now he's my danager instead of my manager. So my business partner. So we finally signed up, and I did sign up for the biggest kit, and I'm glad, because it had everything we needed for half the cost. Like, that's the only time you can do that, is you can buy all these products for half the cost, and you can sell it, you can gift it, you can use it. I gave, some to my mom, of course, who's helping me take care of the kids right now. So we started doing it slowly. I posted one time, and I was like, gonna throw up. Put the phone away. And surprisingly, somebody actually messaged me and said, hey, what are you doing? I want to try your products. And I was like, wow, I'm getting preferred customers. That's awesome. And then 3 weeks later, I think Karen Tofton is in the audience. Yay, there she is. She's a nurse friend of mine who I've known for 10 years. And she messaged me and said, hey, I saw that you're doing the skincare. I trust you, I know you would do not do anything that's not legit. I'm gonna join you. She never even tried the products. She bought the biggest kit and never even tried the products. It's like, cool. I can lead you in the right direction. I've been doing it for 3 years. 3 weeks. I could do this. So we learned together, and she's been doing phenomenally. She has her own team. So that's the thing, we started connecting with others. People from Clarissa's in the audience. She was a school friend of mine from grade school. I haven't talked to her in like 20 plus years. And she was like, hey, I want to try the products. So you start connecting with all these people that you haven't talked to in a long time, which is a really beneficial thing, and it's all through social media. So you not only connect with others that are in your past, but you start connecting with others that, look at all these people, it's like 350 people I'm connecting with. People that are in your present. And for me, I have been practicing, I love my job. but it gets tiring, and I needed something extra to kind of spark my life, and RNF has definitely sparked my life. So, how do we do this? Because again, I have tons of time. So how do we do this as an OB-GYN? So that's what Meredith wanted to talk about. I don't do this at all at my work. So a lot of people think that I'm successful because I sell to all my patients. I don't mention a thing. It's very strict. I post in the morning, maybe, sometimes at lunch. But as you all know, you do most of your things after your kids go to bed. So for my team members, they're like, did you really post that at midnight? Yeah, that was me. So I do a lot of my work after 9:00 p.m. And when you think it's a lot of work, it's not. It's about 30 minutes to an hour a day. I would say 10 to 14 hours. And that's not just posting, that's like, now I have, can you guess how many people on my team in 11 months? I have 80 people on my team. Who are nurses, doctors, realtors, they're awesome. And I get to chat with them every single day. So that's pretty crazy. We have 80 people on our team. So, and now I become like this team leader, which is crazy, team driven, woo woo. So that's how you connect with others. So the first thing you do is connect with others. You find preferred customers. And also preferred customers are also people who might want to do the business. So if you have a very loyal preferred customer who wants to do more, like want to buy more and more, you suggest maybe you should be a consultant, because then you can get the commission and not us. So like, I want to help everybody. So my job is all about helping others. That's my whole life. I've been wanting to do that. And finally, I can help them in a different way. So on my network. So that's how we build our team. So why RNF? Why was it so easy? It's not easy. It's not brain science. It's not delivering a baby within 10 minutes, which I had to do yesterday. But why was it easy for me to be successful? So first of all, big props to my husband. I talk to him almost every day about RNF in terms of what should we do, and it's nice to have a partner. And if it's not your husband, that's okay. It could be your friend, or it could be an accountability partner, or just somebody that you can chat with. So it doesn't have to be your spouse. But RNF makes it really easy. It's like a franchise in a box. So they give us all the resources. There's a biz development library. There are videos you can watch. But honestly, what I did was really watch the people above me. So all the team members that were successful, Carly Mazer had a freaking Lexus in like 14 months. That's crazy. I watched what she did. And I decided, when I decided to do something, I'm going to give it all my all. So I watched what she did, and I just went to work, and I basically did what I was told, and it worked. So there are days when it's not that easy. So you have your ups and downs, but then when you do, you reach out to your team, and they make you feel better. So they're awesome. So if you have any doubt, don't do it, because my only regret is that I didn't do this earlier. So I wish I did it like 2 years ago. So thank you for listening to my story. And the next person, actually somebody who's on my team that I've never met before, is actually a close friend of mine now. So next up is Sony Patel, and she's gonna give you her story.